So what's the big event coming up? It's pro day, right?
Yep.
Tulane.
Yep.
When is that?
March 25th.
Okay, and then what kind of preparation are you doing for pro day?
We're doing like 40s, the L drill, 5, 10, 5,
Just various events
just
that you're doing.
basic testing. Um, just getting those numbers where they need to be, and building that confidence. So when I do get a pro day, it's just second nature. I can go out there, perform, and show everybody, that I got a chip on my shoulder, and I'm ready to work and go get it.
Yeah, I don't think 40 would be a bad thing for you, given that speed is a big element to your game. Would you say that is the biggest element, or is there something else that comes to your mind?
Yeah, that, and I'll say my yak ability, yards after catch, like that's one thing I always had. Like even growing up, even playing backyard football, like bro, if you want to be good, you gotta have moves.
Oh yeah,
Like you gotta make people miss. So that's one thing I really like pride myself on, like, and make sure I'm getting that job done day in and day out. Like yak is like everything. You need that for a receiver. Turn plays, short plays into big plays, explosive plays. So
yeah,
so yak.
absolutely. And then what kind of like system would you say that like you really excel at? And in this specific system, where would you say would it be like outside slot?
Uh both. Both really. I can be a mixed match for linebackers. Put me in the slot. Uh no linebackers cover me. I don't care if you Fred Warner, you fast, or you just can't cover me. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Um, and shoot, I like me outside. I got that swagger, that confidence. That nobody's gonna stop me. And you put me on the island. That's like saying you put me and one guy on the island, and I'm not gonna make it out. Like I'm gonna find a way to make it out. So
Oh yeah.
I just always had that chip on my shoulder, and being short. That was another thing. A lot of people used to mess with me, about being short. You can't play. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Well, I mean, it's not a matter of you can't play because I mean, shorter guys necessarily, they're primarily you see them more in the slot.
yeah,
But on the outside, I think a lot of people's minds go to that 6'3", 6'4", 220-pound guy
yeah,
that can just win those jump balls.
jump balls.
So how do you on the outside, compensate for not having that height, but are still able to beat your guy?
Yeah, use technique, my speed, uh, win with quickness. I'm shifty. I can track the ball. Baseball help with that. Going to track the ball out there in center field. So yeah, just and being confident in my hands, like knowing I can go up and get the ball just like a 6'4" receiver.
What when you see an NFL offense, I don't know if you watch a lot of NFL football, but is there a particular offense that you kind of gravitate towards? Like, hey, I would love to play in this system.
I like Lamar. That's my guy.
It's an interesting thing to say for like people's perception of like a wide receiver playing in that offense.
Yeah.
It's like, ah, man, I would love to go somewhere where I can get like 130 targets or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's always the case. I mean, I definitely want to, but Lamar is a Florida guy, and he's a guy that I know I can go out there and trust that he's gonna go out there and game. Like he's gonna put on the show no matter what. Um, and a lot of people try to say like he can't throw and stuff like that, but I believe he can
Oh yeah,
get the job done.
should have been MVP this year.
Yeah. But yeah, really, really just anywhere I can show that, you know, I can be a great contributor to the team, and just build trust within my teammates and coaches to let them know like I'm here for the team. Um, but yeah, so whatever I need to do